Raindrop.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with the return. Oh, he shifts past him.
I try to pull the low key like saying
past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Mars, you should. Mars, can you kill the word low-key?
I can kill any word. Just say it every
Really? March.
On first down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Grab made by Doug Baldwin. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
So cool.
I don't care how many times
I feel like Cool's about to hit me forever for what I just did. I think I just killed 3 baby triceratops to feed my dragon.
Out of Stanford and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford. And boy,
okay, was it better that I just killed a T-Rex? Is that better? Cool. I killed a T-Rex. And then I dragged him. Land. That dragon.
Play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards.
They went for the haymaker there, didn't they? A big shot towards the end zone, and they came up with the catch, but they were tackled short of the goal line. The defense escaped the big one there. Now they've got to try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Wilson now off the bootleg. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I can make it down.
I can make your wild good.
I can make your hands clap.
All in favorite thing.
Oh, I raised my hand.
Okay, so throwing things to
Marcel Reese, his 3rd touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone.
Yes,
they do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves. Stick it in the end zone on a running play.
And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
I could say something. It'd be really rude, though, so I'll skip it.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
It's not towards you.
Are you talking about my poor white dragon?
No.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because
hey, Mark, I found the perfect place for our base. All I need to do is get you a flying animal.
The next man steps up and plays well. That starts with the organization itself. All the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups.
This time, I'm not going to quit, but I'm not going to do anything.
This team knows how to work through things.
I'm not going to leave, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to do, but
David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal 3rd rounder out of Northern Iowa. And I think last year started as a 4th string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but boy, he produces a year 1 honor. Remember, he can run it, he can catch it. He was a wide receiver at Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability.
I think you like
for a touchdown in 2015.
What is your art? Survival?
Partner, we know today's
Survival
NFL
evolved,
really
yeah.
built around the guy throwing
You strike me as like, not strike. I think you would like be that guy riding a T-Rex all over the place.
And they can add up as the game goes along.
If Marsh and Cool get it, I'll get it.
That way you off and control the game.
Just a gain of a yard there. Now
I mean, if you don't like this kind of
After
game,
watching
then you don't
that
have
play and
to.
result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive
I'm just trying to get a game. I'm just trying to get a game that we'll all play.
Running it against the #1 defense.
I'll probably get Watch Dogs too soon.
Didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this
Yeah, I think
unfolds
he
as
can
this game
also
moves
make
along.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis. They told us in practice using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air.
Maybe later.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Look at this, middle of the field, breakaway. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8.
Get ready. Run.
On 3rd down, Palmer.
That's my jam.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Someone
They
mixed
stop
it.
him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Returnable for Lockett. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
That's a man.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of
Charlie
midfield at the
Bentley.
48. So they'll get a little extra time. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They come out here in the eye. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind it, and he listened to it.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Oh, battled at the line and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it
Cool, what are you
at the
watching?
36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's
I heard what you heard.
finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Not really.
And that catch there by Luke Wilson
I was going to say you
goes for a first
technically
down,
don't
and
have
he's really
to,
developed
but
and come on. Now remember, Jimmy Graham, who was expected to be the key tight end for Russell Wilson, he was hurt most of 2015. Luke Wilson really jumped his game up.
First down.
all right, how's yours?
Well, continue if I can
12
find
yards
a
there as they move the chains.
an ice mountain. It's pretty good.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan. Chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year, averaged 5.6 yards per attempt. Most of the NFL, of course, City had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
They'll try to run with Rawls. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone.
Was that you?
And he won't return this one. He'll go
The
down
first one was
to
my
the
phone,
end. They'll
and then I
start
tried to
back at
imitate it.
25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense have felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They find some open field here. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Apparently when the Dragons
flag comes out here, this is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On second down, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On second down, Rawls. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitz and play coverage.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got Curse. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And it's 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it in the end zone. A big-time drop.
There's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Al Palmer. He's got time. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here's Wilson to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. In the slot on the right is Graham. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to
imagine, like,
and this is, oh my goodness,
that sounds stupid. Let me stop here.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get
I was gonna say, you know how like before you go to somebody's house, you usually knock on the door. What if before you talked, you had to say knock knock?
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine.
It is raining hard outside.
Second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly,
Like,
a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite
Jason,
that
you live
fast,
down the
but
street.
fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
This will be caught at about the 3. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Hauschka now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Palmer to throw. Surveying the field. Throwing right, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
It's definitely raining over there.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The two-time Pro Bowler, Bobby Wagner.
Were they open, or was it like the blinds
on the
open?
blitz and takes him down for
It
a
was
loss
like
of
the
9.
windows were
Yeah, we
open.
talk about players blitzing all the
Gosh
time.
darn it.
I often laugh and sometimes
Thunder, no one got it.
straight-ahead pursuit. What a running
Are you home by
start right
yourself?
back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a
explains
chance
it.
to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start...
I think the
it
last
comes
time I was
to
home
clean.
alone was in like 8th grade.
Oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and
Probably not
supplement
that
the
long
run
ago,
game.
but
You don't totally
an
abandon it,
exaggeration,
but you
it's
try and give it
great.
a little bit of help.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
Oh my god. That did not just happen.
Larry Fitzgerald, his first touchdown on the
I really
year.
messed up. Like, no one, I could have stopped this guy, and my guy just kind of tripped on his face and laid there.
Especially when it's done like that.
He didn't even get up. He was just chilling.
Catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Now here's Baldwin. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Sounds like something we'd order from
Punching in
Outback.
the end zone last time, they'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see.
Since I've learned how to jump over somebody, I just kind of keep doing it over and over. Not half the time it doesn't even work. I just kind of land on their shoulders.
Speed things up here. In motion is the tight end Graham. Pitch goes to Rawls. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. In motion left, Curse. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. Shreds the tackle. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. In on the stop, Kevin Minter. And quickly, they get to the line. Wilson to give to Rawls. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And the back goes into motion. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
But one thing that's confirmed is that Russell Wilson knows how to elude pressure, and he finds openings to throw the ball, and he does the same thing in running it. He lost about 300 yards from last season in his rushing total, but I think that's a good thing. People respect his running ability so much, it's opening up pass lanes for his team.
To throw is Wilson. This will be called about the 6. It's a
Oh my God!
there, bringing up
This bird looks like a giraffe
hurry back to the
with a
line
beak.
now.
It's not a small beak.
On second down, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught
Was
in the
that?
end
Oh, that
zone
was
for the
Lockett.
Seahawks touchdown.
Okay, you want me
Tyler
to
Lockett, his
photos
fifth
you
touchdown
can see,
now
like,
on the
before you
year.
actually end up
And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
It really does depend, but right now I think the main thing on my get list is probably Gran Turismo and Watch Dogs.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever.
I'll probably get Watch Dogs before the end of break, though.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
You can walk up a cliff. No problem. I'm walking up the soccer ball field and this bird has no problem with it.
Hauschka to send this one.
Can you hear the rain in my mic?
A little, yeah.
You know, the sad part about it is this car that we just got, we're not actually keeping it. We have some purposes for it. I spent like an hour washing it yesterday, like by hand, and it's raining right now, and it's parked outside.
What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he gets going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
I think that was a false start, but hey, that's not my business.
That's fine. And that's a dead bird. Sucks. I just had crazy terror bird.
Yeah, in this case, I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On third down, Palmer. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
I think if he gets it, it's mainly to play with you.
Here's Ellington. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attack.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go, let's regular.
Throwing is Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Cassius Marsh in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. Finding time. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of.
Doesn't nighttime mean nighttime in real life?
Look at it and say, we've got them set up so well
No,
for
like
play
nighttime
action.
meaning
Now's the time to take a
can
shot.
barely
But
see
you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them
all
are
the
bad.
trees are just flying
Keep it
around.
on the ground.
12 yards there as they move the chains. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better.
I just told this thing to
Almost like
stop
those
because I
great
didn't know what was
basketball
under me.
players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant.
And honestly,
wanting to add
you're a
something
killer,
to
you're a
his
killer,
game
you're a
every
killer, you're a
offseason.
killer.
Magic
Magic
Johnson. What do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
From the shotgun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Housh could attack on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Housh now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Palmer on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Dude, the back is covered in spines. This thing through the straight path from the base of the volcano all the way to where I am now. Like through all these trees and crap.
2nd and 10 now. It's Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find
John Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tony Jefferson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage,
you fall off this drop, so you
see the ball through and react to it.
You're straight into the parry, see if you fall off this thing.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. That is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing now. Palmer on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility.
Still first down.
One receiver right, that's Brown. From the gun, it's Palmer. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll give the Cardinals a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And with that last
Jason's
play, that 300-yard.
Did you guys get rid of my hat?
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
I have no
and
idea.
I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Here's Palmer to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, Wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And he'll take this one in. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag come out.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big run that time by Rawls. 43 yards on the ground. They come up in an offset eye. Wilson wants to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
They'll try and run for it with a power back. Reese. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On the ground, Rawls. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Wilson. That's caught at the 2. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
Like and subscribe.